Residents in St. George, St. Thomas and St. James, we want to thank you for holding strain with us here at the Barbados Water Authority over the last few days, really starting back on September 12th, that Saturday, when we were fixing a number of issues on that day, leading right up to Tuesday, September 15th, where we finished off some work on some pumping stations to get back some normal supply coming into your homes. To tell you what has been happening between that timeline, we have the Director of Engineering here at the BWA, Charles Leslie. So take us back to Saturday, because that is when it seemed like a number of issues all started. What happened then, and take us through those next few days.
Okay, thank you, Shane. From Saturday until yesterday, we had a number of challenges with bursts as well as failure of electrical components at a number of our pumping stations. Our crews worked around the clock basically to try to repair those problems, and we were able last night to be able to resolve the last of the problems at our Waterford station. So now all of the stations are back to full operation. From Saturday, with the lightning that we had, we welcomed the rain, but the lightning that we had with that rain affected some of the affected some of the stations. They went offline, obviously because of the protection that we had, to stop. But we still had some damage, and we had to replace those components. So the guys over the last couple of days have been troubleshooting and replacing parts to ensure that those stations are back to full operation. Coupled with that, as I was indicating, we had a burst on the west coast of the island as well, and that 16-inch, that main is deteriorating, and we're going to be looking at replacing that main in the very near future, because it is rupturing so frequently, and every time that ruptures affects also, it has a cascading effect affecting some of the pump stations going into Shop Hill and transferring water further into Apeston and in those other areas. So over the last couple of days we had some challenges, but thank God we're through those now, and the stations are back to full operation. So I really would like to thank the BWA crews who would have been out until late last night trying to resolve those issues, and we thank them for putting all that effort into that work. The stations that were affected were stations like we had Ashton Hall, Wim, Haymans and Waterford. And at each one of those stations we had to change components. For instance, at Wim we had to change cable, at Haymans we had to change a pump, and at Waterford we had to change a drive. Some components in the drive at Waterford went bad, and rather than spend a lot of time working on that, we were able to replace that, and now we are going to take that back to the workshop and troubleshoot on that.
Looking ahead, we've heard some good news recently coming from the Minister in the Ministry of Water Resources, Charles Griffith, about the work at Vineyard to fix problems in St. John. It seems like we are at an advanced stage as far as that work goes.
Yes, the work at Vineyard, we've been moving steadily along. We have 6 contractors assisting the Barbados Water Authority, so there are 7 teams basically working on the mains installation on that Vineyard project right now. We have also teams working on the site for the construction of the tanks that will go with that project. So the project is running smoothly. We had a couple of days where we had difficulty with the equipment maneuvering around the sites because of the water, but we welcome that rainwater and we work around it, because that is product for us basically. So we welcome that and we work around that. But that project is moving along smoothly.
Director, again, a big thank you to you for coming and sharing with us the fix right here on this edition of Water Wednesdays. Of course, to view this or a previous episode again, please go to our website, www.barbadoswaterauthority.com. You can go to our Facebook and Instagram pages for additional information and updates, especially when we have situations with outages. Or you can just type Water Wednesdays in YouTube. You can find us there.